Hi everybody, it's me. Out here with another video. Look who's with me. Mr. Big Daddy. Let's go see what we got. It's been about 2 weeks. So I did not go into the coop yet. Flowers. Here, we are gonna start with the chicken girls. Check and see if we got eggs. Okay, what happened was I came outside this morning with every intention of making a video, but my snips were in my hand, and you'll never believe what happened. I accidentally made a colossal harvest this morning, so I'll send some pictures of those. I'll probably make a community post. But since we're here, let's see what's happening in the greenhouse. And I don't know if I told y'all what happened out here, but tragedy. So I came in the greenhouse, come see how things were looking. My cabbage over here cabbaging. My rutabagas are rutabaggering. So I figured, let me check on this broccoli because it should be brocking, right? It should be, but we have been infiltrated. Something with the same amount of legs that I have came in here and chewed all the heads off the broccoli. So we got it a snack. Yeah, y'all know what that is? That's a trap with some poison in it. For my friends who wanted to have a salad, because they also ate all the lettuce. There was lettuce down there. It's all gone. Even climbed up here and ate this broccoli head off. But as you know, brassicas grow from the center, so it's growing back. So it didn't hurt this one as much. So you see this one's it's growing back, but you see where the bite marks were. Wait, let me get right there so you can see where the bite mark is. And this one down here, eating in the center, but it's growing back. So I'm glad about that, because these are actually humongous, and I thought I had lost all of the broccoli that was growing in the greenhouse, but I did. It's coming back. Okay, what's Mr. Big Daddy got from the chicken girl? Good morning, girls. Y'all, I harvested some rutabaga this morning. This was a lot of rutabaga leaves. They have literally eaten about half of it in the last 2 hours. Say hello to my girl. She's a Jersey Giant, and let me tell you something. You cannot tell her she's not in charge. All right, girls. Thank you.
These are cold, so
Who told these cosmos to come back?
earlier.
Didn't I say I wasn't gonna go cosmos no more?
And the other chicken went into
To the roost?
the roof. So
Oh, she's probably.
I think she's getting ready to lay. So this afternoon.
More eggs. Yay. So let's talk about these green stalks. I don't know if I showed y'all. I got some new ones. There's one coming. Okay. I ordered an extra leaf tier to go with that. That's the luscious green. So I got they got the leaf tier. The green is going to be in the original size, but I got an extra tier and an extra watering disc for this one. The watering disc, I guess, is coming today. Their shipping is super, because you know the sale was colossal. So I'll get it when I get it. I got some. Let me show you what's going in the new green stalk. I got a bunch of kale. It's actually starting to get some true leaves, so it's time for me to prick these out. Which I don't know if y'all know is one of my favorite things to do, is pricking out. I love doing that. It's so relaxing. I got some bunch of onions over here, some chives, and some lettuce. And these are snapdragons. They're gonna go somewhere. Okay, so right here is Glacier Blue Green Stalk. I got it in 3 tiers. And I had started 18 collard greens in the house. I'm sorry, 36 collards in the house. These are the Georgia Big Daddy Greasy Leaf collards. So I put, each tier is 6 pockets, 3 pockets, 18. I started 36 in the house. So 18 went in the others. These lilies still holding on for dear life. I need to pull up the bulbs so we can replant them next year. But look, y'all, my raspberry. This is my golden Ann raspberry. It's getting actual raspberries on it and flowering. And I don't necessarily know if that's good because it's about to get cold. Okay, so this doesn't have a spinner on it, but this is the Forellenschluss lettuce. And look at that, y'all. It is absolutely beautiful. And this is Forellenschluss. I'm gonna in the most accent I can conjure up. Forellenschluss. This is arugula, aka rocket. There was a big head of lettuce right here this morning. I pulled it out and I had some more lettuce start, so I replaced it with another head of lettuce. The blueberries over here, blueberrying, and as you can see, they're getting ready for the fall. They're turning their signature burgundy color. I love it. Look how pretty this is. It almost looks ornamental. I mean, I know some people grow blueberries for ornamentals, but they're pretty. All right, this is the pineapple guava, the feijoa. And again, there's 3 trees in there. So they're getting to the point where probably in the spring, we're gonna have to separate them out. This is our fig. This over here figging out. I mean, look. She is having her own private festival. The other fig. This is the, babe, which one is this one again? This is the Violette de Bordeaux?
No,
This is the LSU Gold. This is the LSU one, and it's in the ground. This is the Violette de Bordeaux. She does not have any figs on her. Well, actually, I'm lying. She got one right there, and then one right here. And this one is actually, I ain't gonna say it's getting soft. Right here, future home of my AU producer plum that will pollinate with my Japanese Santa Rosa plum. And my new trees are coming soon. Here we have the Maya lemon from Kelly's nursery. It is actually very big, very nice, very green, very healthy. But no flowers, she didn't do anything. But what we got here, the other Maya lemon. Now they are self-fertile, so they don't need each other. I just set them next to each other because why not? Flowers, flowers, flowers in the advanced state. Flower that has opened up. Wait, did I show? Can you see that? Yeah. More flowers on here, there. But we have actual lemons here. So they're gonna take a while. And lemons, citrus produces all times of the year. It doesn't have a season really. Here is the Galaxy peach and the Alberta peach. Ooh, it's getting sunny. Yay. My Owari Satsuma mandarin. And here is the future home of, okay, I got the straw balls because I didn't want to buy them on mulch. And this is actually a humongous bag. And it was, I was at Tractor Supply. I see Asia on Yellow Door Homestead uses this. I said, let me get some. So future home of the Bartlett pear and the Columbia red pear. And then, you know, our OG fig over here that hooked us up all summer. But let's go back because I missed some stuff. So what do we have over here? We have the original. Oh, by the way, and I tell y'all, you cannot kill a begonia. Jeez. All right. The original, my OG, my first green stalk was the blueberry. Again, I did a large harvest this morning, so she's looking kind of thin. I hooked her up this morning with a little dot. So, still beautiful as ever. Still producing, going hard all the time. Did I tell y'all you cannot kill a begonia? All right, so if you know, you know. Everything everybody wanted is right here. The raspberry green stalk. I only needed 3 tiers, y'all. As much as I wanted the 5, I'm growing in quite a bit of space. So I didn't need to get crazy or spend up, all of Mr. Big Daddy money. So what we got here is, remember I said I started 36 collards? So 18 of them went over there into the Glacier Blue. And then we have the other 18 right here. Excuse me. So, see let me turn it around. The Big Daddy Georgia collards. So, they are doing very well. And they will continue to produce throughout the fall and the winter. Here we have, yeah, this is another new one. This is the Cherry Blossom green stalk in pink that I got during the sale. These things are going so crazy in here. So the top tier, and I'll turn them around so you can see. The top tier is broccoli, and I want to say this is the Green Magic broccoli. Yeah. So I found the tag when I was at Lowe's. I was like, "Ooh, there's a tag. I just really want the tag," and it was just like sitting there with no plant attached to it. So anyway, and then all the rest of the tiers, what you're seeing here, is the Morris Heading cabbage collards, and y'all see those? They looking amazing. So where you see pockets that you're not seeing nothing big, I ran out of Morris Headings. So I put the Cherry Bell radishes in them. So that's what you're seeing is radishes growing in the pockets where there's not collard greens. Over here are the strawberries that we took out of that big bed that was in the garden, that were really struggling going through transplant shock. And y'all, this is the 7-tier stunning stone green stalk. In some places I put some kale. Look at this. We have a Walla Walla onion that's growing, and this down there is a collard green. So, and see right there on the side, right there is spinach, and then lettuce. So, and then see there's another lettuce right there. So they are doing very well. Mr. Big Daddy built me a new flower bed, y'all, and it's all perennials. All perennials. Shasta daisies, hollyhocks. We ain't talk about this right now, but anyway, take my word for it. This man is Bob the Builder. Let me just throw that out there. He's Big Daddy the Builder. But anyway, let's go into the garden and see what's going on out here, because Mr. Big Daddy is already over there. So don't forget I said I did a big harvest this morning. So like I said, it was looking kind of slim because I did stuff and things. But cabbages, kale, there's lacinato kale that the caterpillars thought they were going to have a good time with that, and they did. And then it said, not today, Satan, so it grew back. My broccoli's over here brocking. Swiss chard is charting. This parsley also made a miraculous comeback. Parsley is hard to germinate. And then we have swallowtail butterflies that were actually over here feeding on this, and we allowed them to because butterflies? Yes. So my broccoli is brocking, and you know I'm nosy, so I look down in there, and what's down in there? A little baby broccoli head. Yes, Lord. Cauliflower. I would say this bed is stunted because I tried to do the hugelkultur. This was the first bed, and I was like, oh, this is a lot of soil we're gonna need. So I got all these colossal branches and sticks and twigs and stuff and things, and you hear Mr. Big Daddy? Logs. Yeah, I threw some logs in it too. Okay, so here's the problem with this bed. As those things break down, they steal nitrogen from your soil. And I just so happen to be growing leafy greens, and I don't know if y'all know this or not, but what is the main thing leafy greens need? Oh, nitrogen? Right. So I would say the things in here look stunted because they are fighting against the logs for nitrogen, but they still growing. If the caterpillars just leave them alone. Like this Brussels sprout, they tried, but listen, let me show y'all down here in the pits of it. Y'all see those little dots? Those little balls? That's Brussels sprout. rutabagas over here bagering. And again, my broccoli is over here brocking. So they're still growing over here, but not at the same rate as everything else. But let's move on. These Yeti nasturtium, looking beautiful. The frost is going to kill them, but underneath is, as you can see, some onions. The nasturtium sort of got out of control. I thought I was holding it back, but I did not do a good job of holding it back. But there's onions under here. See that? That's an onion. And then what do we have here? Celery. It's my first time growing celery. Last year I grew it, and before I could transplant it out, I accidentally knocked down the tray with my seedlings in it, and then I didn't see it. So I planted everything out, and then like 2 weeks later I was like, what's the celery? It was on the ground on the back of the deck. Oh look, let me show you the last bits of summer. I actually don't know what kind of tomato this is.
A whole bunch of little ones.
Look at this. A whole bunch. And we all know, wait, these are not going to make it because frost is, our first is November the 11th. So those tomatoes not going to make it. However, I'm going to leave them right there. I had nothing planned for this pot. Those tomatoes have been in that pot since, jump. So I'm going to leave them. Here's a cabbage right here. Don't ask me the name of this. Oh, I got this one from, I actually bought this one from my favorite store. You know, the blue one. The blue store that I go to all the time. If you know me, y'all know what store that is. This is a Bonnie's Best. It was like in a pack of 4. I don't know why I bought it. I just don't be having that to do with myself sometimes. So, what's over here? Another rutabaga. She is bagering. I honestly should have pulled that out this morning and added to the other ones. I have some broccoli in the house. I have 12 heads of broccoli and 12 cabbages that I'm growing in the house, and they are germinating beautifully. I'm very excited about that, to be able to bring those out soon. So I was just gonna let those keep going. They're not ready to come outside. But for my kohlrabi fans, there we go. It's actually one right next to it, but I don't know what I was thinking about with this spacing, because the one right next to it is on the struggle bus. But you know what? It still got a ride, so don't worry about that. Japanese mustards, I cut off a significant amount this morning. That kale, I cut off a bunch of it this morning, even though it's still looking big. I literally went crazy this morning. We got a Brussels sprout right here, a Brussels sprout right here, collard green right there, cabbage right there, who is looking shiny and pretty, and another another collard right there, and then one at the corner. So nope, that's a cauliflower at the corner. So over here, that cabbage I transplanted it from the other side of the yard, and let's just say a prayer for that cabbage. However, I'm going to say that cabbage as a sacrificial lamb literally saved all this stuff, because the caterpillars seem to concentrate on that and leave all this alone. I forgot to harvest from this lacinato kale, but everything else, got to taste this morning. We got this Brussels sprout that is producing, oh, that's not a Brussels sprout. Okay, let me calm down. That is a kale. Yeah. Harvested off this Japanese mustard this morning. I pulled up a Brussels sprout, a rutabaga right there. And then everything else looking beautiful. And these are the Brussels sprouts. Excuse me, babe. Next to the nasturtium and the celery. This is all Brussels sprouts, and y'all, they are amazing. They are super big. And if y'all watch Asia on Yellow Door Homestead, I like what she's saying. She's trying to get her Brussels sprouts to be super tall, because honestly, the taller your stalk is, the more space there is for Brussels sprouts to develop. So I am giving these their due diligence. I'm giving them some space, some time, some latitude, all those things. Hey, Mr. Big Daddy. He's so cute. I put a Red Express cabbage back here. I don't know what I was thinking, why I thought that cabbage was going to live peacefully with these Brussels sprouts. There's some scallions that are growing back here that I keep cutting. And then we have a cauliflower right here that I keep being nosy on because honestly, cauliflower is on some mind your business surprise type of stuff. The leaves around it close up very tightly, so you can't see what's in. That's another cauliflower. It's actually heading up, but again, see, this is a cauliflower too. And I think I accidentally pulled. See the cauliflower head right there? Yeah, that's exciting, right? Okay. Do we know what this is? This is my Roselle hibiscus, aka sorrel. She is now moved out into the walkway, so we have to say excuse me to go this way or walk around that way. So, but let me show you the calyxes that she is producing. So this is going to be the hibiscus. Look at the calyxes. Big. Look at them all the way up there in the sky. You see them? This, I started this from seed. This is from seed, and I think I put it out here, babe. When I put this out here in April?
I believe so.
Yeah, it's monstrosity. There's some thyme. My carrots, I'm not thinning them out. I was going to. Again, we have black swallowtail butterflies, and their host plants are fennel, dill, parsley, and carrots. So we first found them on the fennel, and then the next day we came back out and they weren't there, but I think the paper wasp ate them. And then we started seeing some on the dill, and then
the parsley.
Then we saw them on the parsley, and then next we saw them on the carrots. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let them eat because they're butterflies. They are an essential pollinator, and we need them. They're not a pest. They're butterflies. So I'll let them eat. Anyway, where were we? Oh, sorry. Can't uncover my hair outside. What's wrong with you guys? I have an eggplant. There she is. The ping tongue eggplant that wants to live. Also, my Rosita eggplant. This girl had nerve to put out a flower, so she also wants to live. As you can see, the flea beetles got to her leaves. However, that's cosmetic damage, and if you notice, they're still growing. So, here we are to the first 3x3 bed. This is a Savoy Perfection cabbage, as you can see. So the leaves curly like this, that is Savoy, and it's Savoy. So that is just a notice to the texture in those leaves. And then beside it we have a cabbage. Don't ask me what kind of cabbage it is, just it's a cabbage. Look at that. That's the red Russian ragged jack kale. The curly kale. There's a cauliflower back there. I'm not going to peek in it. There's a Brussels sprout right there. She kind of little, but I guess she can't see her friends over the other side of the yard growing amazingly. Otherwise, she'd get her act together. Oh, this is also a Brussels sprout. And then also did a large harvest off these Japanese mustard this morning. So, like I said, we can't go that way around the tree no more. We got to go this way. But since we over here, what's happening? We got some collard greens, and they were getting kind of big. And I don't want to mess with them because, you know, collards get better when they get frosted. But I went ahead and cut some off this morning anyway because, I mean, we still going to eat them. This is the deal. The swallowtail butterflies are gone. So they've gone on to butterfly paradise, wherever that may be. And these are the peas. Oh, I did a large harvest off. Good God Almighty! I did a large harvest off these this morning. And I'll, like I said, on my community post, I'll add some pictures. Look at that. Lord have mercy. So we had a big storm a few days ago, and it knocked my trellis. It lifted it up out of the pot. So when I came out here this morning, it was leaning like significantly, but I put it back. Okay, there's a cabbage. That is a late flat Dutch. So it's colossal, and it's heading up And then we've got some kohlrabi there, some kohlrabi there, some more collards. I'm going to say that those collards sacrifice themselves to keep all the rest of this stuff looking nice. We harvested some Japanese mustards from there. I'm going to come behind the roselle. There's only way to get through at this point. So, oh my God, I got dirt in my chair. So, this is the other 3x3 bed. I pulled the rutabaga out of here this morning. Over there was a rutabaga. Oh, like a big old hole too. What's wrong with me? More rutabagas still growing. A cabbage, lacinato kale, and mustards. So these things all look great. They're all doing just fine. The cabbage is moving kind of slow, but this side of the yard gets afternoon sun. So as you can see, this morning sun over there, because it's still kind of morning time. And then it's starting to creep its way over here. So if you see the front of the yard is getting sun, but the afternoon sun will be back here. And I really think that these peas right here are casting some level of shade on this cabbage. So this cabbage is not moving as fast as it should. But you know what? It'll get there, and I'll be waiting. Another cabbage. This is a Copenhagen market cabbage. Broccoli, and this is a, what are you? Oh, Brussels sprout. That is not a Brussels sprout. Those are not Brussels sprout leaves. Oh, you know what? This is a collard green. Yeah. So, I also did another large harvest off this blackberry green stalk, and we actually missed the green stalk, so we got to go back. So this, see that Marble of Four Seasons lettuce? The whole top row was just all Marble of Four Seasons, and honestly, it was a stunning look. It was stunning to see. Just the whole top was just all red. But I cut a bunch of stuff off today. However, like I said, I have some things started in the house, and I have some things started outside. So I'll be able to fill in these empty pockets. And all the stuff I have started is some of the cold hardy things. Another Savoy Perfection. This is really, really big. But I feel like the caterpillars really love this. But we took care of that. Don't worry. It's really, really big. That's about 2 feet across, maybe 2.5. And then here, I did a large harvest, and I pulled a rutabaga out of this bed this morning. This bed also has elephant garlic in it, a few onions, collard greens. I pulled some collard greens off here this morning. Look at this. Broccoli is brocking. Yes. Broccoli is brocking over here. Y'all see it? Let me show you. Let me see if it'll focus. I'm ashy. Not your business. Okay, it didn't really focus, but it's a little hit. What are you doing? Look at this guilty person right here. Mr. Lawson. Oh, he don't have nothing to say.
I'm not doing nothing.
Silence is golden. So, anyway, I picked a bunch of peas this morning off the cattle panel. They're so pretty. Look at those pea flowers. They're so pretty. So this is 2 types of peas. It's the King Tut pea, which is also what's over there, and it's another one called Laxton Perfection, which is a little shorter. Anyway,
Still trying to put on more.
why won't these okra leave us alone? Okay, it's fine. Here's another Bonnie's Best cabbage. Like I said, it was a 4-pack, so I don't even know why, but don't worry about me. Here we go. These are the Flat of Italy onions, doing just great. That was, let's just say it was. It don't matter what it was. It just was. That was a cabbage, and then something decided it wanted dinner, so it ate it all the way. But like I said, brassicas grow from the center, so here it comes on a miraculous return. I swear, I just planted this 5 days ago, and it was little. It was this. It was a seedling, and this is a red express cabbage. It's what those are. I planted these way before this. This is in a grow bag, a 3-gallon grow bag. Look at it. But there's some broccoli over there brocking. There's some cabbages beside it. A kohlrabi right there. 3 Copenhagen market cabbages. 3 Red Express. There's some onions planted in here also. This is a Brussels sprout and a Savoy Perfection cabbage in front of it. Some mustards, some lacinato kale. This is some oregano I started from seed, and there's a celery and another lacinato kale. I know oregano spreads. I'm just letting it have its way. So, and these are the Australian brown onions. Shout out to my Australian friend Bree. Bree, the onions from your homeland are doing so well here. Who knew? And this is some garlic I got from the grocery store. I have some more garlic in the house. So the garlic in the house is going to go in that leaf tier for that green stalk that's over there. That I'm still waiting for the actual green stalk. So over here, y'all, Mr. Big Daddy, you need to come over here and check this out. I pulled the rutabaga from over here this morning. Babe, come check out that cabbage over there. There's a 10-gallon bag of Japanese mustards. Yeah,
I looked at it already.
Yeah, it's amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is a Sapporo giant cabbage over there. That is magnificent. And I'm going to show them when I get over there. And then these are 4 stalks of broccoli over here. I'm getting over here to show you. Y'all, the broccoli is brocking. Is she brocking? Yes, she is. Look. She brocking. And this, yeah, I have not been good with growing cabbage like all this time. And then finally, a lot of their success is going to be selection and variety. So it's up to you to do some research and find out what's going to do really well in your area. And what I've found so far is that stuff that's Japanese is thriving out here. I would not have thought that. However, like the Japanese mustard greens, this Japanese cabbage is living its best life out here. Those, oh look, some cauliflower right here. This is cauliflower. I'm not going to peek in it. I'm going to leave it alone. Leave it alone. Okay. Yellow green stalk here. Yeah, I had an oregano plant that I didn't know what to do with, so here it went. These are spinach. I have 3 different kinds of spinach, so each tier is a different type of spinach. And then chives, which I need to come cut today. I just cut them, as you can see, but chives don't lay around. And then where you see like 2 or 3, those are shallots. So it's spinach shallots, and then every level is a different type of spinach. Over here that's collard greens in this bag. It's a 10-gallon bag. Okay, I mislabeled that. Whole time I thought that was rutabaga. It's not, it's kale. So I came out here and cut it this morning because I was like, this rutabaga don't look like rutabaga. It's also not rutarin or bagarin. And then the cauliflower, the worms really got over there and went wild on that cauliflower. So much so that when I looked inside, it's decimated. And if you see how big and thick and strong those stalks are, let me see if I can. Y'all see the damage? There's no coming back from that. So I'm gonna leave that. And honestly, I'll let it be trap cropping. If it's going to be over there and it's going to draw everything over there, I'm fine with that. Go ahead, y'all. Caterpillars, have a good time on that. Y'all have a good time on that cauliflower. If you want to eat that and you're going to stay away from all the rest of my stuff, from all of the magnificence happening behind me, then enjoy your cauliflower. Last 2 beds are 8x4 beds. And these are Bates collards. Now these I did get from our local feed and seed, and they looked
Terrible.
so yeah, they did. They looked rough and stuff with the Afro puffs. And then over here we had a rainstorm one day, and I came outside just before the rain started and threw out a bunch of spinach and a bunch of spinach and Swiss chard seeds. So if you see the Swiss chard, I know you can see the red and the different colors. I just put Swiss chard in the middle, threw out spinach seeds out here, and the little seedlings. Spinach needs cold weather, so now it's starting to get chilly. And some of the spinach, like everything right here, like was getting shaded, so those seedlings all died off. And honestly, this bed is for corn, so I'm okay. Um, if they don't come up over here, I'll be okay. And then there's 2 little collards, 3, 4, 5, 6 that I threw over here. I don't know why. And that's my lemon sedum that somebody is over here touching. As you can see, she's preparing for the fall. And you remember she was super bright yellow, and now she's getting that burgundy little color. She's preparing to be cold. So, and I'm pretty sure I skipped the green stalk. I think I skipped the green one over here by the carrots. Here we are. She also had a large harvest today. I know you can't tell because she's full. Look at this. This is all snapdragons. Absolutely darling. And my Jabania came back. Oh, we'll kill that. It's just gonna grow up. Okay, anyway, lacinato kale. The mustards I cut down this morning. I cut back. The ragged jack kale. More mustards down there. More snapdragon. She's snapping.
I think we're getting eggs.
Oh, do y'all hear my eggland song? Yeah, you hear them? They're building a house across the street, so you might hear some bacon. But the chickens are over there singing. Where was I? We have calendula. This is the pink surprise calendula growing beautifully in the green stalk. And then everything else, Swiss chard. Let me turn it this way because this is too close to the fence. I learned my lesson about placement this year. The stuff in the green stalk grows amazingly. So it actually grows beautifully out of control. And that means you have to think about where you're putting it. I thought putting it here was far enough from the fence. It was not, because everything just exploded. Like I said, more Japanese mustards. Green. These are blanket flowers, which are my absolute favorite. Blanket flowers and lantana and Jabera. So anything that this is orange and red, kind of on fire, bursting forth look, I love it. So that was it, y'all, from the Lost and Funny Farm today. And I'm gonna post some pictures of today's harvest. Casey took a lot of good pictures for me. Say hey, babe. So thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment below and tell me what you think. And listen,
You picked all about it.
I didn't. It was one in the green stalk.
I see it.
So before I go, I was thinking about something. Let me get philosophical right quick and slightly biblical. I was thinking about something that I used to hear when I was a kid, and now that I'm outside and I have a large outside presence in my life, and I was thinking about, I have a friend who, she loves growing stuff, and she asked me a whole bunch of questions all the time. And what it made me, ooh, I almost fell. What it made me think about was, in the Bible it says, you give man a fish, he can feed himself for a day, but you teach him how to fish, and he can feed himself for a lifetime. I don't know why I was thinking about that this morning. I was out here walking around, and I was harvesting, and I was thinking, right now, I'm furloughed, but I still have to work. And I was thinking about how fabulous it is, what a blessing it is that I can grow my own food, that we are raising these chickens, getting our own eggs. I come outside and I'm able to take a picture with this kind of stuff in the background. Like, how great is that? So I'm glad that we were blessed with this skill. I don't even know. We have to teach ourselves this. I didn't have anybody to teach me how to come out here and do this. We literally watched the whole internet, watched every single person that we could who was growing something, what they were doing, and if we liked how their harvest looked, we went to another video to see if somebody else was growing the same thing, and were they successful, and were they doing something different. And then we kind of put our garden is kind of a hodgepodge of different people's skill sets, who we saw who was successful, who was we looked up people who were in our area, in our 8A8B, and saw what they were doing, what they were using, and then we ran out, we got all the things, and we got started. And so I'm glad we learned how to do this. But I guess my original thought was, if you want to learn how to do this, I would love to show you how to do how to be outside on any scale. A large scale, you want a farm, you want a small garden, you want to grow green stalks, you want to just throw some dirt outside and throw some seeds on top of it and get started. Hit me up, let me know, because I want to teach you how to feed yourself forever. I wish I had a mentor who was available to teach me how to do this, but it's a blessing that I had the wherewithal and the knowledge to be able to come outside, to be able to absorb other people's information and their successes, and turn them around and use it to be successful myself. So anyway, that was it. Again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment below. I'm here, and I'm trying to do this with not so much time in between. And I think the next video, because I feel like I'm doing garden tours, but y'all actually never see me harvesting, so I'm gonna try to put at least a week between my next video, maybe 2, so that my stuff can start growing back from the stuff I harvested today, and then I'll come outside with you all, set up my tripod, and we'll go for a harvest together. So anyway, y'all have a good day. Be good. Continue to love each other. Take care of your garden. And no matter what you're doing, get out there and grow something. Grow something. And if you need some help, hit me up. All right, guys. See ya from Lost and Funny Farm.